DT, wow, you know what I mean? It's great to get 3 points. Did a 3-1 tell the whole story of the game?
No, we were poor. It's one of them games where you've got to take the 3 points, move on to the next one. Simple as that. There were a couple of positives in the game, but quite
Which
a few.
were?
Shaka played well. Thought he did. And I think he come more
in
into,
the second half. I think
if you
first half is a bit.
Stop interrupting me, and I would have said that. So relax. Do you know what I mean? But I think that once Torreira come and sat behind him, it gave him a bit more license, and he seemed to come into the game a lot more. Torreira, I thought he done really well. What was positive was the substitutions that Emery made were effective in the game. Lacazette was effective. Welbeck was effective. Torreira was effective. It's just how we're starting and how we're getting off the traps at the moment.
Negatives for you?
Defending. And it's not right. Something's not right. And I don't know what. If it's goalkeeper, whether it's the fullbacks, defensive, the unit in the middle,
we seem to get caught on the counter.
Big time.
And I mean, on another day, we could have been 2-0 down.
Do you know what? I think the biggest turning point in this game was West Ham missing that chance right on injury time of the first half. When I think it was Snodgrass could have tucked that in 2-1. You already know what happens when someone scores just before half time. It changes the whole team talk, the balance and everything. So I think that was a crucial moment that we went in at half time 1-1, and that's what I was looking at. And when we got the second goal, that was the first time this season we've actually been leading in the game. And for a 5-minute spell or so, it's like something just released. And we pushed and then we kind of went back in our shell a little bit, and then they had some more chances where you're thinking, fuck me. But
they looked a decent side. West Ham. I thought they were quite impressive today. Especially on the counter. The Brazilian guy they got is Felipe Anderson. He looked good. He was skinning our players up. I mean, we've got to get tighter in the games coming up, don't we?
Against a better side, we would have been losing by about 3 in the first half. Simple facts. But like people say, you're never going to play perfectly all the time. Man City never played perfectly today, and they dropped 2 points. When you look at the bigger picture, everyone thought they were going to go to Wolves and hammer them. So they dropped 2 points. So you look at this today and you say, didn't play well. We're still learning. We're still tweaking around with things. But we got 3 points.
And what do you make of the Ozil situation? And the rumours are that he had a big bust-up on the training ground with Unai Emery yesterday and left out of the first team, left out of the whole squad. I know somebody was saying illness, but the rumours are that's what went down, and it is a coincidence that today now he's not even in the squad.
I knew you was going to ask me this because I texted you straight after it happened, didn't I, yesterday? But I don't want to go too much into it and what I've heard and what people are saying. I don't want to say too much because at the end of the day, I don't want no negativity around the club right now. At the end of the day, what's happened.
Emery's stamping his authority now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's stamping his authority, and as fans, we're going to have to stand by him, whether we like the decisions or not. I think we missed Ozil in parts today, that creative side. But there's a reason for everything, and we've got to trust him and, go with what he's deciding to do. And if they've had a big bust-up, remember I said if they've had a big bust-up, we've got a...
What do you hear then?
Nothing.
Come on, man, spill it out.
I heard he had the flu. So, sorry, mate.
You're a bloody club official now, are you? What would you hear?
Hey, listen, nearly as bad as your German sauce.
What did you hear?
Don't start. Look, at the end of the day, right, what's happened. They've obviously
What happened?
Shut up, Robbie. Do you know what I mean? You sound like a police officer. Do you know what I mean?
No, you said what happened? What happened? I don't know.
Who knows? Don't know. I heard he's ill. So we move on to Cardiff next week. Do you know what? Cardiff's a big game for us. Because last season, we all know how many problems we had away from home. So if we go to Cardiff next week, you can look at the Chelsea game and say, right, it was Chelsea. All right, well, let's put that one behind us. But if we go to Cardiff next week, put in a shit performance and lose, then nothing's really changing between the players from last season. But if we go there, show a bit of balls about us, because Cardiff will pull it up us next week. They'll really, you see how the way they play at home, especially under Neil Warnock. But if we ride them storms, go away from home, get the 3 points, go to the international break, then go away to the Newcastle, pick up 3 points, then you can start to see we're turning the corner. And then let's look where we are after 10 games, because that's where I feel would be a better gauge of where we are right now. But 3 points, move on, let's go.